redo.
No, we're still doing it. We're still. This is the remix.
Hey,
the remix.
on.
This
Come
is
on.
the remix.
Hey.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we are clear. Ready to go live in 5, 4. Cue the talent. 3. Hey, I said cue the talent. 2 and 1. Attention hobbyists, sports fans, and collectors nationwide and abroad. It's time to get hype. About the hobby we are all a part of. Live from the Mojo Break Studios, it's Dan and Doug. Check it out. Come on! So, get hype. Be hype. This is The Hype.
What is going down, everybody? The Hype Podcast, episode number 83 coming at you. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. It's going to be a quick show, though. We got a little 30 minutes before we get back into Select NBA, which is the bee's knees. It came out today. We're pulling Lucas and all kinds of crazy stuff. So we got more cases of that today, as well as Transcendent. It might be the last case on the planet Earth of 2018 Transcendent Baseball. We're doing a Transcendent case and swag break. We went to the party, so we've got all that cool stuff in the party. So a bunch of additional Trout stuff. It's a no skunk break, so everybody's going to get something awesome, low risk, high reward type of break. Worst you can do is probably a Trout base card number to 83. That's probably a $34 card. The best you can do, sky's the limit. So, I mean, JFK cut, I think, might still be out there. So it's going to be fun. And it's down under 100 spots, guaranteed to break. 5 o'clock Pacific, it's scheduled at. Dan, what's going down, dude?
There has to be, some type of form somewhere that has a list of all the cuts that were pulled.
They gave up on it.
They gave up?
Yeah, because there's a bunch of them that aren't on there. So there was one that was started, but
because you got to figure that. I think I saw one on Blowout. Like you were saying, I don't know if there's many cases of this left, and the JK hasn't been hit.
Could be in our case. And I heard also that the Trout Superfractors have not surfaced yet either. The 2 Trout Superfractors that are in the set. So they could be in there.
What do you mean? There's a superfractor in every.
Yeah, I know, but the 2 Trouts have not been pulled yet. There's 2 different Trout Superfractor autos that nobody's seen yet. But you never know. I mean, some guys open these up privately, and they don't show the world. They keep it a secret of the pros, and they don't show us. So, but we're going to talk about some. We have this new game that came up with. It's called Guess That Price. That's going to be coming up in segment 2. And basically, we're going to show you a picture of a card, and you're going to take a guess. Dan and C-Ride are going to compete live, but go ahead and don't Google it. Don't go on eBay. Just see if you can come close and see how good you do at home. Take track of it at home and see how good you do on these.
No cheating, C-Rad.
So,
no cheating.
No cheating. No cheating. So, but I wanted to talk about this. I found out about this last night because I got a notification. It's the NBA 2K League. So I got a notification that the NBA 2K League drafted the first woman, the Warriors did, in round 4. And so I started to divulge into this, and this is a big deal. There's 17 teams. People get paid like $35,000, plus they can get any kind of endorsement deals they want. And they're basically playing, from what I understood, I don't know if you know about the C-Rad, but they're playing individually, right? They're playing as a player on the court, correct? They're not playing as a team. So there's like 7 to 8 people on a team, and they're individually covering their own character.
Can you be on the bench?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, that's me.
Well, no, you had to get drafted. I don't think you got drafted.
Oh, but I can play on the bench in video games better than anybody.
Oh, I know, me too. I could really root for my teammates.
Sit there,
I think that's how it goes. I mean, I still play NBA 2K, but I don't keep up with the league too much.
So I'm like, is this a changing of the guard? Is this going to be a new hot sport thing? Are we going to start getting 2K trading cards? Are we going to get 2K trading cards? Because, look, they announced the draft. They had the draft live yesterday. This was the first overall pick in the draft, which His name's Dimes, Atreo Boyd. I guess is his first game. He had 16 points. He was 8 of 12.
Looks like a ball player.
19 assists.
Oh yeah, this kid's good. I've heard of him.
Yeah, so Dimes got drafted first.
Ooh, you know what? He has no problem passing up the rock. 19 assists.
That's why his name's Dimes, he said.
No, Dime. Oh.
Dimer.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I get it.
He's passing triple-double.
8 for 12 as well. Good shooting percentage.
The Warriors had the last pick in round 1. I guess there's 17 teams. They took Trong Nguyen. So Trong Nguyen from Chicago. And it was a big deal. So then I was thinking about it because Panini announced their partnership with Complexity.
So how do you go pro?
You have to enter a series of tournaments
through online, yeah.
Through online,
the game itself,
and then you get entered into the draft. So, but this is the first year, and they're paying people $35,000 plus they can get any endorsement they want. So, I mean, how's the NBA monetizing it? Each team has their own. 17 teams have their own team.
Okay, so do those teams play each other? Is it like televised, probably on Twitch or something like that?
Twitch.
It's probably on Twitch.
Yep, it's probably on Twitch. I mean, I'm sure the NBA will probably use some lead-ins or some advertisements on NBA.com and stuff like that.
This is pretty. It's pretty unique. This is good stuff.
It is. That's why I thought we would talk about it because could you guys foresee to get back into trading cards? Could you foresee controller relic autos of these guys? Could you see that as a possibility?
Well, I mean, you're absolutely going to get relics of some sort. Panini does have that deal.
Well, they don't have a deal with it. So they made a deal with this company called Complexity, which Complexity, from what I understand, they sponsor gamers and they do a bunch of other stuff. So they have a bunch of Fortnite guys, like
And
top
if
Fortnite
I'm not
players.
mistaken, Jerry Jones is a part owner
Of
that.
Complexity, yeah. It's a Dallas-based company, so it was an easy.
It's an esports company, basically.
Correct. It was an esports company, Complexity. So I'm just like thinking, what is this? Is this a possibility? Is this the next step in the evolution of cards that we're gonna have gamer autographs and cards? Will those sell? Do you care that this guy's really good at controlling the sticks?
I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna say we are gonna get it eventually, and I think they'll do decently depending on because esports has been growing rapidly, right, in the last decade, and schools are now offering scholarships for people to teach them about esports. So I don't know. It's gonna be something that's gonna be probably huge in the future.
Well, we were talking about it at the Top Summit. There was another breaker, I believe it was a guy from Monster Breaks, who said that somebody needs to make up Fortnite cards, which I thought that probably would be pretty big because you could make packs of Fortnite cards and you could have codes to get them, unique, items in Fortnite that are like involved in the trading cards as well. So I think Panini's kind of foreseeing this and they're kind of jumping into it a little bit, and they partnered with a company that's in Dallas as well. So, but this is crazy. I didn't know they had a full out draft. I was like, WTF? What's going on here? There's a draft for video gamers? I'm like, this is total craziness.
Dude, it blew my mind when I found out that colleges were offering scholarships for esports. That blew my mind when I learned about that a few years ago.
Dude, how many people?
It does pay to play video games.
I was just gonna say. I mean, I think our the baby boomer generation got it all wrong. Stay in school and don't play video games. Well, I think they got it all wrong.
Got it backwards.
Yeah, I think you need to play video games and drop out of school.
I'd hang out and play Nintendo. Let's do it.
Screw college, man. I'm just gonna get good at Madden. You know what I'm saying? But so they're starting these contracts out at $35,000. If this takes over and there's a lot more advertising and endorsements, I can see these esports athletes, if that's what you call them. I don't know if they're called an athlete or what. I can see these guys making millions of dollars a year if they get eyeballs on it. I mean, you look at Ninja. If you guys aren't familiar with Fortnite, I don't watch it too much, but there's a guy by the name of Ninja who makes like millions and millions and millions of dollars a year playing Fortnite and getting sponsorships. So it's crazy, man. I mean, it's a crazy world we live in.
Millions of dollars a month, you mean? A month.
A month.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, it's nuts. So I was just, like I said, I was just thinking, Panini's getting involved. There might be some kind of trading card thing going on with esports. So
I wouldn't doubt it. I definitely would not doubt that.
So I wanted to get into our segment, guys. Guess the price. Keep track at home. Keep track at home.
Don't we need some kind of theme song?
Guess the price. And we have a theme song.
Uh-oh.
Guess the price. Guess the price.
All right.
Guess the price.
Been blocked.
Guess the price.
Why are we doing this? I like Gary in the background.
Hell yeah. All right, the first card.
Hey, TJ, you ready?
And what we did is these are eBay auctions. I tried to stick to eBay auctions. So the first card, and Dan and C-Rad are going to guess. This round, we'll start with C-Rad. And the next round, Dan will start. So we're going to start with a 2013 Panini Preferred Giannis Antetokounmpo Prime Silhouette Patch Auto, numbered to 25, Gem 10. C-Rad, what's your guess?
Give me 6001, Drew.
What am I, Drew, what's his name?
Drew Carey?
Drew Carey? I should have wore some glasses, man. All right, 6001. And we're going to take the difference, how close you guys are, to see who wins this event.
8,300.
Oh, okay. All right. You guys tracking home? Are we getting any guesses in the chat? Are we getting any guesses in the chat? All right, we can find out what it was.
Ooh,
$9,800 is what this Giannis
I think that's me, right?
sold for.
Drop that sound effect.
I think that's me, right?
I think you did you break it?
Somebody said 10K. I think Gary's not on time. He's off time.
All right, second card.
Every once in a while, it's like I came up.
Kevin Durant, exquisite rookie, numbered to 35, patch auto, exquisite rookie, Kevin Durant. Dan.
13,500.
Give me 7,001, Drew.
Guys, what do you say in the chat?
Shut your mouth.
No, I need that $1.
What do you guys say in the chat? Once again, Kevin Durant, rookie exquisite patch auto. Somebody said $1. Somebody said 13K. Somebody said 14K. What are the results?
What the hell?
$35,000, guys. $35,000.
I was closer.
Oh, you didn't tell me it was out of 35 in his jersey, dude.
I didn't.
No, I said it's numbered out of 35.
It wasn't.
It wasn't 35 at 35.
But you said like six. What did you say? 8 grand?
Dude, dude, I thought people was gonna play it like Giannis is worth more than KD now.
So anybody that doubts there's money in the sports card industry.
Are we gonna get a baseball? Oh, there we go.
All right, Tristan Casas, who was in this last draft class, Bowman draft, I believe. I should know that. I think it's Bowman draft. 1/1 superfractor. Tristan Casas plays for the Red Sox. Kid hasn't took a major league at bat yet, but this is his first Bowman superfractor 1/1. What's the guess?
It was me. Give me.
C-Red.
Shoot, man. Give me 3,001.
Damn, dude.
Dan.
4,800.
And the winner is
What the hell?
$14,000. Man, you guys are far from experts on this whole subject.
I'm winning.
Dan has been.
Did anybody even get it close? I think Max had 14K in the chat. He must have known.
That auction wasn't paid. It was that it wasn't paid.
Hey, Red Sox fans are serious about their collections, but isn't that crazy? This guy,
Who's done
he's a
absolutely
guy.
He's
He's done nothing.
Well, I mean,
$14,000. Well, he was good enough to get drafted.
He's accomplished some things in his life. What have you done?
So we got Justin guessed 9,500, Bepler guessed 6K, 5,500, Eric, Jack 13K got close, and Max was on it. Max was the winner of this round of the chat, 14K. All right, let's move on. I think we're sticking on baseball here. Nolan Gorman, orange auto to 25, graded 9.510. Dan.
18,000.
Are you locking that in?
I'm locking.
Do you want to phone a friend?
18,000.
All right, I'm going 20,001.
Jesus Christ! You guys are so jaded now.
I don't do drugs.
20,001.
All right, 3,000.
What the hell?
Well, I don't think you guys could work for Beckett. But
No. Actually, I think I can. I think I'm right on par.
I think I could grade.
I think I'm locked
grade
in.
cards, dude. Maybe not card values, but I could grade cards for sure.
But isn't this
Well, actually, no. You can grade them. I'll price them.
Okay.
But isn't this funny? Like we open cases every day, and we have no idea what something's going to sell for.
But that's Nolan Gorman.
All right, here we go. Patrick Mahomes, RPA, $33.99. So it's not close to his number, but it does have a sick patch, and it's out of 2017 National Treasures.
That's me, right?
So RPA, C-Rad.
Okay, I'm going $1,000,001.
No, we got to be serious here. We gotta keep.
Okay, fine.
We got to keep it serious.
What is it? 33 out of 99. Patrick Mahomes, the greatest quarterback of all time. We're going with football. They go for a little bit less. I'm gonna go 11,001.
Shut your mouth.
I'm gonna go 7,500.
And the winner.
Wow.
Whoa! Oh, lock it down.
I win.
7,300. Dan with the closest guess of the day so far. Patrick Mahomes.
I know my football.
You know your football, Mr. 150. All right, here we go. Right up your alley. Baker Mayfield, red Contenders Optics, so the stuff that just came out last week. 93 of 99 auto. Contenders Optic, 99. What's the guess?
I'd pay $25.
Is that your guess?
That's what I'd pay.
I think who started?
Oh, you want me to guess what the value is?
What it sold for?
Oh, okay. It is Baker. $1,600.
I'll go 2001.
All right, what do you guys say? We got a $3,500 guess. We got a $5K guess. 3,500.
I actually think I really dislike Baker Mayfield.
3,500. All right, let's see. What is it?
It's numbered to 99.
$585.
What did I say?
You guys went way too high.
I said 16.
I think you said 16.
I think you originally were gonna go with like.
I was actually, I was closer with 25.
I think you
Where
were.
are my Baker fans at, man?
What? Dan's winning,
That's what I do.
and I think that might be it. Is that it? Is that the last one? That is the last
And
one.
we got a Luka.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for playing. Guess that price.
So what do I win?
Well, you win a Sean Mannion RPA of your choice.
Well, that's worth it.
And C-Rad at second place wins a Sean Mannion
Hey,
RPA of your choice.
Wait a second. Why do we get the same prize?
I felt like I won with this music.
We're all winners here.
What's that?
Hey y'all, this is Gary
I
Payton.
lost by 40.
Hey,
I was up by
MojoBreak.com. They just came up.
What was the final tally?
49-1 for Dan and 65-1 for Conrad.
So 4,900 difference?
49,000.
49,000. Yeah, the
Man,
35K put you guys a
Ooh,
little
I was
behind.
close.
I mean, but we got it. Like, C-Rad's going to do, he's doing grading, I'm doing pricing.
Yeah, Conrad Grading Service.
And Dan Beckett.
Dan Beckett. Well, this is how we should just price out every card, and just you can come up with your own pricing guide. Just pull out a number. So your Baker Mayfield were 150.
No. Those numbers I was coming up with, I wasn't just pulling those out.
That was calculated?
That's calculated. That's years and years and years of doing this. You know, being in the trenches. That's why I was so close.
Okay, there's a lot of calculation. I seen some smoke coming from your ears. So
No,
I
I
can
mean,
definitely tell.
I didn't even have to really think about it. I look at a card and I see a number.
It just comes in your mind.
It's just
You're the number whisperer.
I know things.
We were talking about this earlier. So he's the Trey whisperer, and you're the Luca whisperer. So I just nominated myself the 101 whisperer. That's my new moniker. So, but anyways, I wanted to tell you guys, and this is probably turning away business for us, but you know what the cheapest way to get a Luka Doncic auto is? $32. Go on LukaDoncic.com and you order a shirt, and you get a free Luka Doncic auto. So I don't think you can buy anything online for lower than $32.99.
That is a hit 'em, Gary. Shoot.
Yeah.
Kemba.
Wait. What if it's like a facsimile auto?
No, they showed video of him signing it.
One of them.
Well, yeah.
And then they took that one and they just put it over a copier and just copied them.
Could have, but it says a chance you can't miss. So you pre-sell it, you get a original signature.
I'm buying one right now.
I did, and it does ship from Slovenia, so you got to pay $17 shipping. So it's gonna be like $50, but you get a Luka shirt and an auto for $50.
Can you? I want to see the auto. Can I see it?
No.
Like the 5x7, is it him in a Mavericks uni?
No, he's in a Luka Doncic jersey.
Oh.
It's like says Luka Doncic on it.
How do you get
There's no branding on it at all.
Okay, because I was like, ooh, I'm like, Panini may not like that.
Hey, that's a good idea. Leaf snagging them to make cut autos. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Doug's duels.
That's what. Yeah, Doug's duels. Man, I should buy a bunch of shirts. You guys want shirts? I'll take the auto, give you guys a shirt. No,
It's going to be the first ever Luka dual auto.
Luka dual auto. Yep. Just triple autos. I mean, no, but this is a site that's run by him. So he's, trying to make some money on the side, and he's got some autos. But what do you guys think of this? Or do you think this is cool for collectors, or do you think it's kind of devaluing his auto?
I think it's great, dude. Why not? I do find his logo hilarious. He couldn't fit the 7 on the D, so he had to just put the 7 below the D.
How much?
Yeah,
how much was it again? How much was it again?
It's $32.99, but
Plus
then
17.
But plus 17, so it's
Alright,
like I paid $50 PayPal.
So it's safe to say that is probably less than what the breakdown is with manufacturers that are paying him.
Right.
Because that's where the bar was set, right? So if he's doing this direct, he's probably like, well, maybe said manufacturer is giving me like $18 an auto.
Well, it's a pre-sale, so once this goes live, I don't think you're offered any, autos anymore. And it says while supplies last. So I'll confirm with you guys later if I actually get an auto. But I saw it last night. I was like, hey, it's worth a shot. I get a Luka shirt I can wear on the hype.
Yeah.
And I got a Luka auto as well. So
Yeah, I'm probably about to buy one after the show.
It's way cheaper than the LeVar Ball autograph.
Exactly.
Lonzo Ball shoes.
Although the Triple B logo is a little bit better than this Luka Doncic logo right here.
It's debatable, but maybe it's instead of Big Baller, it's Poor Baller brand. I don't know, the PBB, Poor Baller brand. But I thought it was interesting, share with you guys. But yeah, hey, set up a group buy. Max says let's set up a group buy and buy them out. Hey, we could do that. We might be able to do that. So, but I thought that was interesting. Wanted to mention that. But we do have more select all throughout the day today, guys. So lots of chances at Luka. It won't be we don't throw in any shirts, but you can get a Luka auto or some Luka color in that select, and those things should go crazy. And coming up in a couple hours, we got Transcendence and with the swag. So lots of Trout stuff in there. Chance at a huge oversized 101 cut auto that could be JFK. I don't know. I don't think it's been pulled. Lots of crazy stuff in that, and it's $189. So it's a low risk, high reward type of break, and it's guaranteed to fill up. So I know there seems like there's a lot of spots right now, but how many we got left? I think there's like 98, 97 right now. 93. Wow, 5 more sold while we were live.
Moving.
So it's moving. So guaranteed to break. So if you're like, hey, that's a lot of spots, don't worry about it. It's going to sell out. It's going to fill. It's going to break. And we're going to get some nastiness out of this Transcendent, which could be the last Transcendent out there. So ring in the 19 Transcendent coming out in like 8 months with this last one. So what time do we got? How much time do we have? We have about another 13 minutes, I guess, until we get into Select Random Team, which is sold out. I wanted to talk to you guys. Why do you think football, and I know there's an easy answer to this, but we can kind of divulge into it. Why are football cards selling at such a rapid pace this year? Is it one guy? Is it all the guys collectively? What is it? Is Panini making less product so that it's going up? Because we're getting encased football, and we're not getting much of it.
What do you mean by selling at a rapid pace?
Everything's selling out. Singles are selling better than ever before.
I don't agree with singles selling better than ever before. I mean, with the marquee brands.
Yeah.
But you could still get, we just saw, like, Contenders Optic, number to 25, Baker, $550. Look what the Contenders are doing. Just the regular
Much better.
Contenders.
Yeah. So Contenders Optic is not replacing.
And
Contenders.
you can get a fair amount. You can get Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold. The only guy that I think would be a bad time to buy right now would be Barkley. I think Barkley's prices are ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. We don't know if he's gonna sign.
And granted, it's also, I always say steer away from the receivers and running backs because of the longevity in their career in the NFL. But the quarterbacks are what are driving these products. But my issue is, where is the manipulation being had? Because I don't think I know for a fact all the product is not being pushed into the market.
Right.
It's being held back, and there's games that are being played.
Right.
Which is manipulating the market value because we get less. So we got to kind of stretch it out a little bit more. Everybody's getting less, but somebody's getting a crap ton,
right.
and they're making money after the fact.
They are. Yeah, I definitely think that they've mastered the supply and demand, but you compare 2017, with obviously Mahomes, but at the time you had Mahomes, Trubisky, Watson, and a bunch of other, great role players, Kamara, stuff like that, and it wasn't selling because Watson was hurt. Now it is.
Find me some 17 now.
Right. So why is 18, which arguably is not as great of some could say better class, some could say worse class.
No,
it's probably pretty comparable.
But you have
why did that sell out?
You have 5 or 6 rookie quarterbacks that you can collect, that you can be chasing.
But you had at least 3 last year.
Is
the difference of 2 guys?
Double the amount.
You had a lot of rookies. I say it's comparable rookies to chase last.
But why? I know 17 now is hot because of Mahomes, but we were struggling, with breaks
for a while
after the season was over, right? Because Watson didn't play; he was hurt. He got hurt mid-season. Mahomes, he wasn't really playing; he was next in line. But Trubisky was doing decent, and then you had Kamara, you had Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt was driving the products early because you had Christian McCaffrey. So overall, I think 17 was better, but during the 17 year, it wasn't selling. So why is the 18? We're now into February where football cards shouldn't sell, and it's still crazy.
I'm going to give you my favorite answer. I don't know.
My answer is I think there's just more people in the hobby now.
Or was it that Mahomes popped so much and his prices went so much that now it's like the Trout effect in baseball? You know what I'm saying?
That.
Where Vegas Dave sold the Trout or bought the Trout for $400,000. So now there's a possibility that you can pull a card like that. And Mahomes comes out and his cards are selling for way more than anybody else in the last 5 years, way more than Andrew Luck, way more than Derek Carr or Garoppolo or Mariota or Winston. So was it because of Mahomes that 18 football was so good? That's the question. What do you guys think? Because of Mahomes?
I think it was the rookie class. I think it would. You just have so many quarterbacks to collect.
Yeah, I think the Mahomes had an effect on it because it puts into reality on what how much your card could be worth. If Trubisky comes out, or let's just say Lamar Jackson comes out next year, he's starting for the Ravens, and he puts up Mahomes numbers.
We're talking about in 17. We're looking at 3 quarterbacks that could be Pro Bowlers every year. Mahomes, Watson, and Trubisky. Can you say the same thing about all the quarterbacks that are in this year's class?
That's what I'm saying. So it's Darnold had a few good games. Mayfield obviously went from 0 wins to 6 wins and one tie.
And these days, if you play for the Browns and you get 6 wins, you're pretty much a Hall of Famer.
Pretty much. Jesus Christ, you had more wins in 1 year than they've had in 7.
I'm not sold on Baker. I don't even think Baker will be a Pro Bowler.
Right.
He may be he may get the Browns to the playoffs at some point. But do you look at Baker and go, the Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks, it's like, Montana, Brady, Baker Mayfield, Marino. No, Elway. No, you don't look at him and go, that is where he's going to be in his career when it's all said and done.
I will say, though, if you look at Baker Mayfield, for me personally, I think since we've been breaking cards since 2000, we probably started football with 2011 class, there hasn't been a guy I've been more comfortable with going into a second year than Baker Mayfield at quarterback. And that's Andrew Luck, that's Cam Newton, that's any of those guys.
I actually thought Josh Allen looked good at the end of the year. I'm not sold on Baker. Lamar Jackson, I think it's his team now going forward, so we'll see what he can do. I I think there's going to be some growing pains with Lamar Jackson. I think there's going to be growing pains with all those quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Josh Rosen probably will not be a Cardinal, it looks like. It looks like he's probably on the trading block, which is ridiculous that the Cardinals are going to be willing to give up last year's 10th pick and maybe the most pro quarterback coming into the pro-ready quarterback going into the draft. They're going to give up on him and go with Kyler Murray, which I don't know. I'm not sold on that either.
Which brings me, which is a perfect lead into what we have on the slide.
What
here
I do
is a great segue, just like Paul Blart. Kyler Murray. I mean, what do we think of this guy? Two-sport athlete. He's going to be the only. If he gets drafted in the first round, he's going to be the only guy that's ever been drafted in the first round of both sports. In two sports, I should say, any sport, really. I think Elway was drafted in the second round and then in the first round for football. What is his cards going to do? I mean, I can't see of a more hyped player coming out than Kyler Murray for football, than anybody. So does he start outselling Baker Mayfield?
Does it matter where he goes?
I think there's some teams that could give it a little bit of a boost, but I mean, the Raiders are supposedly thinking about getting in on him. I mean,
what I've seen so far, there's been 3 teams that I've seen in mock drafts that have Kyler Murray going there. There's the Cardinals, there is the Dolphins, and there's the Jags. None of those teams really jump out at me where I'm like, wow, that would be an amazing thing for the hobby.
Well, I mean, we know the Niners aren't taking him. The Jets aren't taking him. The Cardinals could take him, but how bad would that look if Kyler Murray's a bust and you didn't even give Josh Rosen a chance?
What do you get for Rosen? You get, a second-round pick?
Well, they're saying that the Raiders could trade and give them the 4th pick and then probably the other first-round pick they have that they traded for Mac.
Oh, well, the Raiders have 13 first-round picks.
Exactly. They could give them the
entire... hell no. For Josh Rosen? What the...
No, you guys get Kyler Murray.
Oh.
No. You guys get Josh Rosen.
Oh, hell no. I was like, hell no. What are we doing out here?
But that's, I mean, man, if the Raiders somehow draft Kyler Murray, the Gruden era, and he sucks, I mean, the Gruden just made so many mistakes. I mean, so far. I know it's early on in his career here as a second time tenure with the Raiders, but I mean, I don't know, man, it's crazy. I mean, the Dolphins could get him. They have the 13th pick. I mean, does he last that long? I think there's going to be a lot of jockeying. I don't know about him. I didn't like his interviews. Doesn't seem like he's got talent, but
you're going to ride that train, huh? I mean, I guess somebody came out yesterday. I don't know if it's somebody who works for ESPN, but said he was terrible in all interview aspects. He was terrible at what they call the board, where you got to write down a play or something. That you see a play and you got to write it down, or they tell you a play and you write it down. I guess he was terrible at that. Saying he didn't show any leadership. I actually think somebody is throwing shade on him to try to devalue his stock. So maybe
kind of like that tweet that came out about Rosen last year.
Yeah, I think it's all games being played. Somebody trying to throw shade, get him to drop in the draft a little bit, lose a little value, so maybe another team can kind of swoop up and get him at a good value.
Yeah, UTN has a good point. League has a big QB problem. That's why they made the rules around even touching the QB. So yeah, maybe guys that are this size can kind of flourish better now than they could back in the day when you have, guys
but when you're
rip your head off.
But when you're out of the pocket and you're running, you can get hit. There's no protection at that point.
Right. Be interesting to see. But this guy's gonna, we were all thinking that 19 football for the hobby is going to be down, but this guy is going to drive it for at least months, at least a couple months.
You got to say until...
It doesn't even matter who else is in it.
Actually,
to be honest.
Probably until almost the end of the season. Because this is sad to say, it's probably best for the hobby and his card value if he gets drafted in the first round. He actually doesn't even play.
Right.
There's the uncertainty. So you say he doesn't even play for the first 4 to 6 weeks, then they start putting him in a little bit, depending if he goes to Arizona, Miami, Jacksonville, stuff like that. And then they slowly integrate him. And even if he does bad, there's still going to be those weeks leading up to it where people are going to speculate on him. So you could actually, I think his value, if he doesn't get hurt, his value is going to go through the whole season, and he doesn't even have to play.
Yeah, it's better if he doesn't have to play. It's like the Vladimir Guerrero theory right now. As a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. collector, if you have some big cards of him, you don't want to see him play this year. It's better.
You can say that about a lot of the quarterbacks.
For investment-wise.
A lot of the quarterbacks last year. If Sam Darnold didn't play, and they had – who'd they have as like McCown? Say McCown played all year. Sam Darnold's value right now would be higher card-wise than it is right now if he did not play. If he did not take one snap. There's the uncertainty of when he does take over, what is he going to do?
Yeah. Well, it's like a sealed box of cards. It's worth a lot less once you open it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If it doesn't perform. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, what do we if you're an investor of Baker Mayfield, if you're an investor of Rosen, Allen, any of these quarterbacks this year, and you're not a fan of any of those guys, right? You're just buying it to sell it. Do you sell before Kyler Murray's cards come out? Or do you wait for because we've seen the effect with Luka. We've seen Tatum, Mitchell, who are playing well this year.
I'll tell you who I do sell. I sell all my Josh Rosens right now. Everything you have. I sell if you're holding on to Tannehills, obviously.
If you can get anything for it.
Get rid of your Tannehills. And Jacksonville, they're going to sign Nick Foles?
Yeah. Might be a
buy. I don't know.
Yep. QB hype. So we'll see. I mean, these first products are coming out right around the corner. You have Contenders draft picks and you have Prism draft picks, which once they announced that he was going to be in the products, everybody's like, now it's allocated. We're allocating this. Our Prism got cut from 7 Prism draft picks, which I was like, oh, give me a case.
I actually think
they solicited to me, and I'm like, oh,
I think
I'll take one just because.
Ooh, I think I was giving everybody the 1 case pity order.
That's what I was doing. And one of them actually called me back, so they can't even give me a case now because they got allocated. Yeah.
Can't even give me a case?
Can't even give me a case of Prism
Who
draft.
was that? Tell me right now.
It was All Sports. So, but we don't buy that. We don't buy that much.
Oh,
from them
really?
Anyway, yeah.
I like those guys. So
yeah, I like them too. I get it.
We're done.
But
never again. No.
So I mean, he's gonna start coming out in these products. So we'll see early sales. What does that card sell for? That he's got on the screen. What does that sell for? Is that $500? Is that $600? What do you guys think in the chat? Kyler Murray's first autos. Where are they gonna go for? Collegiate. I'm not talking about contenders. I'm not talking about NTRPAs.
$600.
You think $600?
$600.
Can't dispute that. C-Rad, you think that's on par? He's gonna be $500 or $600 auto?
Shoot, man, the way football is going, I don't doubt it.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
But is it gonna be?
We're gonna get like.
Is it
gonna get like a case of this? So yeah.
Is it gonna be? Is it gonna be Kyler? Is it gonna be a Kyler or bust all year?
No, there'll be somebody.
There's gonna be somebody that jumps out for sure.
Is it gonna be like basketball all over again? If you
could be. Don't break that leg, Kyler. Don't run up those steps, man.
Don't do it, bro.
Just play Madden. Don't go out to the club. Don't go out to the club and pull some titties out. You know.
Be an esports player, bro.
That is the one thing in all the mock drafts, though, I have seen that they have Haskins going to the Giants.
Yeah.
In every mock draft I've seen.
So yeah, Haskins paired with Barkley, might have a contender there. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, look at Zeke Elliott. He pulled out a boob, and he got his cards don't sell. So you got to be up on the up and up. If you want your guy to be a saint. If you're collecting him, not a saint for the team, but a saint like in life. Can't get a DUI, can't do anything, or stuff goes down. So,
dude, I will. If the Cardinals take him, and they give up on Rose, it'll blow my mind. Like Rosen did not look good, but but Rosen didn't have. He had nobody around him. He had Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, we've seen what happens with a quarterback when he gets some weapons, right?
Yep.
A la Jared Goff.
But say he goes to the Raiders. I mean, Marcel Aitman. I mean,
no, you need first off, you need an offensive line.
Yeah,
that's what you need.
So the Raiders would be dumb to trade all those picks away and get Kyler Murray.
No, the Raiders.
We ain't gonna do
look. C-Rad, I'm be honest with you, man.
Dude, we're gonna be hella good this year.
I'm be honest with you. The Raiders are not one player away.
They're like 2 players away.
But here's the thing.
I think they're how many players on our rosters? 52.
They're like 2 players
like
away.
50 players away from being decent.
I know we're running out of time. We got to get into this.
We got like 20 picks in the first round. It's okay.
C-Rad 7.0 gem if he goes to the Raiders. Well, here's the thing though. You got to consider before we sign off. The last statement I'm going to make before we get into select. Look what the Rams did before they moved to L.A. They drafted Jared Goff. They're moving to Vegas. Is Derek Carr a face of the Raiders? I don't know. This guy could be the face.
But can you look at the Raiders and go, man, the main glaring problem on the Raiders is Derek Carr?
Hell
No, not at all.
No.
But he's not going to sell. Derek Carr ain't going to sell tickets, though. This guy can. They can suck for a few years.
You know what sells tickets? Winning football games.
Well, yeah, but
it doesn't matter. You can have Aaron Rodgers on your team, and if you go 6-10,
the Raiders are 900 players away. But yeah, the swag's coming up in about an hour and a half.
Yeah, you need. It doesn't matter. You need to win games. Now, if the Raiders make the playoffs before they go to Vegas, then they're going to sell. Actually, you know what? It doesn't even matter. We all know, regardless, for the first 5 years, the Raiders are going to sell out every single game in Las Vegas.
That's right.
It's a vacation destination spot that's not even that far from the Bay Area.
The Raiders need to bring back
yeah.
Hayward Bay. Hell yeah.
Dude, C-Rad. Give me a hell yeah.
Did he even watch that video?
I don't think so.
Oh, we got to show that to you, dude. Anyways, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Something to think about, but we're going to get into break and select. We got a sold-out random, so we got a random for teams here, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to the yeah, and we're going to be running select for until we run out. So so get in on that throughout the weekend and everything else, mojobreak.com. SPX Hockey's coming out next week, as well as Encased comes out this Friday, Encased Football. We're just talking about football. And
thanks, GTS.
Tops insane. Yeah, shout out to GTS on the 3 case allocation. What up, man? What's going on with that? That is bunk.
I don't do drugs,
but
just weed.
Whoever's divvying out the allocations doing drugs.
Exactly. But anyways, we'll see you guys shortly here. We're going to get set up and check out the site. Now, I'm also going to be putting up some Inception baseball as well soon for PYT as well once I figure out how to price that out. Yeah. But we'll see you guys later. Peace.
And that's it. Thanks for watching this episode. Visit mojobreak.com for more info and your break spot. And we will see you next time on